it is accessible inside the function only. But when you are integrating with HTML, when you are testing this with HTML, now in HTML, we will come across with various situations in such a way that generally you see, I defined this one. Okay. Now I can write this. I am trying in HTML. Then I will use document.write. That is to print in HTML. I am using document.write. I am using document.write. And after every line, BR. BR will print a line break. BR will print a line break. Okay. How to integrate this into a HTML page? We know already. I will go to a HTML page. I have a HTML page. In the page, I need to link that page, variable.js. So variable.js. Okay. Now let's compile here. We will compile here, TSC. It updates the JavaScript file. And that JavaScript file we are not running here because we designed with the document write, means our intention is to test it in the HTML. Okay. Now see, let's open that HTML page. We are linking that in HTML page. Let's open in browser and see it. I told you, you can open in browser or you can open in live server. So we can test in browser or we can test in live server directly. So here, let's open in the browser. So, and open in browsers and let's run this and see. It's taking a little while. Okay. When I open in browser, you can see that it is working here. That means we are printing in the browser. Okay, fine. That means the variables that you declared outside the function are accessible globally. In any function we can access X in function 1, X in function 2. But in future, you will come across with a situation in such a way that in a function, we are doing some manipulations. And in a function, we have to declare a variable. Suppose y is equal to 40. And we are trying to print y. So document.write. So y in function 1 is equal to plus y, whatever the value present in y. So, and a break, line break, I have defined. I am trying to access this y outside the function. That means document.write y in function 2. Y in function 2 is equal to, I want to access the value of y. Okay. Now I am trying to access y in function 2, but actually y is declared in function 1. So that means it is not accessible in function 2. Let's compile that again. Every time you make changes, you have to compile. And it is updated into JavaScript. Now you have a problem. It says that cannot find y in function 2, you cannot use y. Why I cannot use y in function 2? Because you cannot use y in function 2 because it is declared in a function. It is accessible only in that function, means function 1. It is not accessible there. In many interviews, they will ask a question is, so generally JavaScript based, TypeScript based question is how to configure a variable, how to configure a variable in a function, in a function and make it in global scope and make it accessible globally because this situation comes regularly. How to configure a variable, how to configure a variable in a function and make it accessible globally, because this situation comes regularly dynamically when you are working with the browser's UI. The answer is you can do that. You can do that. So you can do that. Global variables in a function can be declared by using the keyword window by using the keyword window. Global variables in a function can be declared by using the keyword window. That means y is declared with var. It is accessible only in this function. But now I am declaring by using window. How? Window dot y. Actually declared by using not keyword, by using the object window. Window is an object. Window is an object. So you can declare by using window object. That means we have to just define window dot variable name is equal to value. Like this we have to define. If I declare by using the window object, I declared y by using window object, and I am accessing in function 1 and in function 2. Let's compile that. Okay, I will compile it. When I compile it, here you can see one problem comes. The problem is quite simple. Why? Because our TypeScript says that I cannot use this window because window is not an object of TypeScript. Actually, it is an object of JavaScript. So we know that in browser it will work, but in TypeScript, why it is showing error? Because currently you are trying to write in console, compile in console, and console is command prompt. In command prompt, you don't have a window object. So in command prompt, it will be a problem, but in browser, it will not be a problem. We can still run it and see. Once run this and see now. That means even it is having errors in compilation, it is updated in JavaScript. What we have to do is once refresh, because JavaScript is linked here. Once refresh and see, you can see y is also working. That means y is declared in a function, not outside the function. It is declared inside a function and it is global in access. How you can configure a variable inside a function and make it global in access? Usually this is regularly required when we are dealing with the UI, user interface. So mostly while working with HTML, right? In that case, this comes as a common concept, right? How do we define variable? How do you configure variable in a function and make it global accessibly? You can accessible globally. That you can do by using a window object. So the example is we created a TypeScript file. So variable.ts. We created a TypeScript file variable.ts. And in that file, we are adding this code. In that file, we are adding this code.